Hey everybody, just doing a quick live here, just testing out my PC and everything. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. And I'm in Mecklenburg County. We're in lockdown for this COVID-19, but yeah, but hanging in there. So welcome. Just wanted to test this out. Also, here you can see I'm at Radan Hexagon here, and I can jump into Radan. If you guys are looking for support and stuff like that, you can come in here, and we have support here where you can get into the customer portal and everything. So, and there's a lot in here about how to get connected and work remotely, right? So, just had a question come in, so I just wanted to be a bit casual about it and throw this out here because pretty common question I get asked quite a bit, right? Is, hey, do you have a software that I can unfold parts and update the 3D with the right radiuses, K factors, all that stuff there? Yes, we do. You can actually come in here, and if I pull in a file, I can browse and I can select different types of files here. So you can see I've got CATIA, SolidWorks. So I've got someone who's used to use Inventor and moved over to CATIA or Creo and whatnot. You can actually do that in here and have an Ultimate Translator license, and it gives you the ability to open just about any file out there for sheet metal and pull it in here. So as you can see, I've got a file already open here in Radan in my software. This is 3D software, and what I normally like to do is I like to process this through the press brake and then unfold them all into a project or a task to go ahead and get it all nested, right? So if I jump over here, I'm going to select Radbend. I'm going to select this guy here, and I'm going to hit apply and let it automatically pick the face, because what I want to do is I want to take that into the offline bending program, and I want to have some tools, pick the best tool scenario for me, pull in what machine I want to run it on. But keep in mind, I'm doing this all remotely without tying up the machine, right? Where in the past I may have had a machine, it may take me an hour or two to set up. I'm doing this all remotely, so it's not killing time on the shop floor. Okay, so that's one of the major benefits in offline bending. Another benefit is prototyping. Say you want to make an adjustment to this prototype, you can make an adjustment and then pull it back into the software, right? So here I can come in and select what machine I want to work with. I'm just going to select my hexagon press brake here, right? Break it down into different screens. We can talk about this later and get into more in-depth stuff on it. This is just to show you how I can throw tools at it and then update the 3D part, so when I unfold it, it gives me the correct flat pattern based on the tooling, right? So I've selected the tools. I always do things automatic because I don't want to try and do everything manually. So hit automatic, let the software take over, find the correct tooling, determine all the finger stops, and then apply it to all the different bend operations. And there you go. We've got our tooling. You can see we've got the compound tools in here to set it up. If I come over here, I can actually hover over this tool. It's going to tell me what I'm using for my top, what I'm using for my bottom, right? And now I can rotate this around and say, okay, this is where my fingers are. This is what this job's going to look like. Can I simulate this with collisions, check for collisions or anything like that? So if I simulate this, it's going to show you the press brake that I'm working with, right? And it's going to run through that part, and it's going to check for collisions and verify there's no collisions between the finger stop and the part, the tooling, and just verify those. If there was an error in this part from a collision, it's actually going to highlight it for us. Everything's going to highlight red, and we'll know definitely if we can make this part. And it's good because we're going to know that we can do this on a press brake before we even cut the material, because now we don't have to cut 5 more parts or 10 extra parts because we tested them out the brake during the setup time, right? So we're going to save money on laser cutting, save money on material, save money on setup, and especially if you're running a hot job, right? Or you're running just in time. So you don't want to be pulling off a job to do another job again. So here you can see I've got everything. Everything is good here because you see it's gone from red to a black highlight to say we're all good to go. When you simulate this, you can actually rotate this around and see in the machine, okay, and see different views, create a report. But here, I can update the 3D file of this based on the tooling, right? And then you can also output a DXF as well. If you were just using the offline bending and you were using something else, maybe a water jet, and you just want to send the file out to the water jet, or I can unfold it back into Radan and away we go. Well, thanks for watching. Look out for another one. Like I said, this was just a quick question and just a test to try out this new streaming on Facebook. Okay. Any questions or comments, go to radan.com or hexagon.com and you'll find the right link, and somebody will be there to help you. All right. Have a good day.